to Silvanus Osoro, but before he takes the floor, I acknowledge the following. Kipsingay, order. Order, members. Kipsingay Secondary School from Sotik, Bomet. Joska PAG Church, Mavoko, Machakos. On my behalf and on behalf of the House, we welcome them to the House of Parliament. Osoro.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I first want to confirm that I'm a member of the Jailer Committee. That has really largely been mentioned. Number two, even before I get to the details, Honorable Speaker, on what the Honorable Murugara has said, I also want to associate myself fully with the statements that have been made by the Honorable Karoli Omondi. And I'll be very particular, Honorable Speaker, on one issue even before I get to the second one, on the question of NGCDF and devolution. Honorable Speaker, I think that the vision and the mission of the drafters of the Constitution, and even the people who dreamt about devolution, including Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, they really must have had a very good plan on what devolution is and actual things, what devolution ought to have been. Honorable Speaker, we want to tell them, and I say this with tremendous respect, that kwa ground vitu ni different. That what people think devolution ought to have been or should be is not what it is. There is nothing that is working on the ground as far as devolution is concerned, Honorable Speaker. And that is why, in any case, Honorable Speaker, Article 96 should actually be implemented the more. We cannot say that you want the county assembly members be left to the responsibility of oversighting governance. Honorable Speaker, a governor that controls 13 billion shillings, a county governor that controls 13 billion shillings cannot be oversighted by an MCA who wants 80,000 shillings, and then they give them 3,000 shillings every day, Honorable Speaker, even to follow them, Honorable Speaker. And that is where we are saying, Honorable Speaker, that we must be very particular, Honorable Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, the argument is about this house being declared corrupt. It's not about discussing devolution. The head of state declared us corrupt. Well, how?
Order, Sane. Honorable Sane. No, don't be harsh on your colleague. Honorable Sane, if you are listening to the debate, you have been talking about two things: the integrity of this house, the fate of devolution, the fate of NGCDF, and the power of the Senate to oversight the counties. All these are entwined into what we are debating.
So, Honorable Speaker, as I was saying, this house, Honorable Speaker, has been under attack from every corner. We've been attacked, Honorable Speaker, by the members, some members of the judiciary. We've been attacked by the members of the public, sometimes being threatened, Honorable Speaker, to have our houses torched, Honorable Speaker. We want to, with tremendous respect, also tell His Excellency the President.
Give him a minute.
We want to tell His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya that now that attacks are coming from all over, I want to inform him, Honorable Speaker, that he should not take the invitation to also join the bandwagon that attacks this house. Because this house, if somebody claims that they brought money to a certain committee or to a particular chair, then especially on a bill that is actually sponsored by the AG from government, then that person should actually be arrested the more, because he is the one picking money from some public side and then to try and bribe the members of Parliament, Honorable Speaker. Because this House, Honorable Speaker, has been under attack from every corner. And it should actually not be happening. Today, as we are speaking, Honorable Speaker, people are already complaining about KERA. They want the KERA funds to be reverted to the counties. They want NGCDF to go. But, Honorable Speaker, you will need a microscope to see what governors or county governments are doing, Honorable Speaker, because there is nothing that is being done, Honorable Speaker.
Time up. Time up. Parashina.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you also for standing for, to be one of the leaders to be counted in this country for defending Parliament. Mr. Speaker, I only also need to comment on 3 things, or 4: doctrine of separation of powers that we saw yesterday, and we need to remind the executive we don't work under their mercy. Number 2 is yesterday I witnessed executive, that's the president, lecturing members of parliament, trying to create intimidation. We want to tell him that we are not going to go through intimidation. Here or outside, we will continue doing our duties without being coerced. We also need to remind the executive through the president and Mr. Raila that he should respect parliament every time. He is leading executive, judiciary should be respected, and parliament should be respected. Suggestions that Mr. Speaker came, which also brought yesterday, is about us in the committee. They alluded that when we summon state agencies or even PSs or ministers, they say that we keep asking them for money. Then the question is, how are we going to do our oversight role? If at all, they are saying that we are looking for money. It is our duty to do our oversight role, and I can tell them it is no longer going to be business as usual. And the last one is an independent investigation. If possible, let the president or this house establish an independent investigation where the executive can submit evidence where this house has been involved in corruption, but we cannot allow. It's like saying a pot. How can a pot say that the pan is black? It is not possible. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Jane Kagiri.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me an opportunity to contribute to the discussion. Honorable Speaker, my English teacher always told us, before you skin a dog, you give it a bad name. Honorable Speaker, today, I feel that is actually what is happening. We all know that CDF, NGCDF, and GAF are under siege. And because of that, Honorable Speaker, that is why it is found right for an attack of members of parliament, for them to give us a bad name. Honorable Speaker, I would just want to remind this Honorable House, and inclusive of anybody who contests for a position, that is including the presidency, that it is based on performance that we get re-elected. And even for the presidency, should be well noted that the performance of NGCDF, the performance of NGAF, will also count for their performance at the end of the 5 years. So, Honorable Speaker, we need NGCDF respected, we need NGAF respected, and Honorable Speaker, let it go on record that members of parliament make decisions based on their own minds and based on what they want to do for their people. So nobody is here to be helped to decide based on the money that they receive. We make decisions because we want the best for our people, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Daud.